Italy's 2026 Winter Olympics, spread out sites and logistical challenges. The 2026 Winter Olympics are scheduled to run from 6 to 22 February 2026, with the opening ceremony on February 6 and the closing ceremony on February 22. The Games are being co-hosted across northern Italy, with major events in Milan and alpine venues scattered through Veneto and Lombardy, including Cortina d'Ampezzo, Livigno, Bormio, Verona, and the Fiemme Valley. Logistical and transport challenges. One of the central themes emerging in coverage of the Games is the difficulty of transporting spectators, athletes, and officials across the vast Olympic footprint. The New Indian Express. Because events are held in locations separated by long distances, from Milan's urban center to remote alpine zones, traveling between venues can be complex. There is no dedicated high-speed Olympic rail link like the one used in Beijing in 2022, increasing reliance on regional trains, buses, and private cars. The New Indian Express. For example, a spectator flying into nearby Venice Airport and hoping to watch alpine skiing in Cortina must take multiple transport modes: a bus into town, then a regional train, another bus, and finally walk from transit hubs to slopes. The New Indian Express. Italian authorities have boosted train, metro and bus services in Milan, including late-night services, but reaching the mountain sites remains slower and more complicated than many previous Olympics. The New Indian Express. Infrastructure delays. Italy pledged several infrastructure upgrades, including new road bridges, tunnels, and railway improvements, to support Olympic travel and legacy goals. However, many of these projects experience delays and remain incomplete or only partially open as the Games begin. The New Indian Express. For instance, only some of the planned tunnels and bridges meant to improve access to mountain clusters are finished. Others will not open until years after the Olympics, reducing the immediate benefit for spectators and complicating travel logistics. The New Indian Express. Spectator experience and sustainability goals. Organizers have argued that spreading events out reduces environmental impact by showcasing existing venues rather than building entirely new ones. However, the dispersed layout increases mobility demands and raises questions about how effectively public transport can handle the surge in ridership without encouraging private car use. The New Indian Express. In cities like Milan, digital platforms such as ride-hailing services are expected to see activity spike, potentially doubling during peak Olympic days, a sign of how transport demand may outstrip current infrastructure capacity. The New Indian Express. In summary, the 2026 Winter Olympics are a major international sporting event taking place 6 to 22 February across northern Italy, with ceremonies in Milan and competitions spread among several alpine towns. The sprawling layout aims to leverage existing regional venues but poses real logistical and transport challenges for visitors and organizers alike. The New Indian Express. If you later want, I can tailor this into a new style headline article or a feature piece with athlete and spectator perspectives.